This video uses Reyee's home Wi-Fi routers as an example to show how to configure wired or wireless mesh networking. Before configuring wireless mesh networking, configure internet access for the primary router. After the primary router is powered on, connect the WAN port of the primary router to the LAN port of the operator's optical modem. The port LED turns on after the two ports are connected successfully. If the primary router can already access the internet, you can skip this step and proceed to the secondary router configuration guide. Connect your mobile phone to the default Wi-Fi of the primary router. After you connect to the default Wi-Fi, the page automatically redirects to the device configuration page. If you are not redirected, open the browser on the mobile phone and visit 192.168.110.1, entering the configuration page. Click Configure. Set the automatic update time and management password for the device. Dual-band single SSID is enabled by default. If you need to distinguish the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz SIDs, disable dual-band single SSID. Configure the SSID, Wi-Fi password, country code, and time zone, and click Next. If you need to configure an exclusive Wi-Fi for IoT devices, click Try Now. Skip this step if you do not need to configure an exclusive Wi-Fi. After the configuration is successfully delivered, the basic internet access configuration is completed. The following describes the configuration of a secondary router for wireless Reyee mesh. Before you configure a secondary router, ensure that the secondary router is in factory settings. Place the secondary router within 2 meters from the primary router. Power it on and wait for it to start up. When the system LED of the secondary router is on, the system startup is completed. Press the mesh button on the primary router. When the mesh LEDs on both routers turn solid green, wireless Reyee mesh is completed. In the wired Reyee mesh configuration, the primary router configuration is the same as that in wireless Reyee mesh. Now let's see how to configure a secondary router. Before configuration, use an Ethernet cable to connect the WAN port of the secondary router to the LAN port of the primary router. Press the mesh button on the primary router. When the mesh LEDs on both routers turn solid green, wired Reyee mesh is completed. Connect to the Wi-Fi of the primary router. Open the browser on your mobile phone and visit 192.168.110.1, entering the device management page. Click the topology on the home page to enter the repeater management page. If the router is connected to a repeater, Reyee mesh is completed. After the mesh network is set up, the secondary router can be moved to the location where extended signals are required. And the secondary router does not need to be reconfigured after a restart. To follow this issue, comment on our video or send an email to us. See you in the next video.